Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Manny B Investing. Let's take a look at a few development updates. We've got about 3. Time has been flying. So let's take a look. Development team has been busy behind the scenes building and deserve much appreciation for completing the MVP. Clap hands with the confetti. This brief update report reports the progress we've made on the tech. Now we prepare for the hack and audit to come back. And they've got the robotic flex with the eyes looking. But let's start off with development update from 3/29/2022. The development team has been making great progress since the last update and is now able to confirm that the front end for the MVP and control panel have been completed and are just going through polishing and bug fixing. In addition, the Arbitrum backend integration has passed the QA testing regimen. The design team has finished all the required materials and is making some very minor adjustments to the portfolio overview. The developers are also progressing with the post-MVP items for later iterations. Still progressing through the QA testing regimen are the following parts of the front end: the token search bar, collateral value not correct on the liquidation page, interest earned paid on the dashboard. In addition, the basic app implementation is now within the QA testing phase. The developers are still working on the language switch on the front end for the post MVP iterations. In addition to all the parts of the front end that have completed QA testing covered in previous updates, the wallet connection is now also completed the QA testing. On the back end, just one area of the portfolio overview and NFT modules that the QA team were testing in the last update is still undergoing their tests. This is the valuation service that brings the rarity status for the ERC 221 NFTs into the DApp. Following on from our last update, the devs are still working through further aspects of the NFT valuation service for the backend, such as the data points for the age, rarity, research upshots. They're also continuing with research and information gathering in relation to the Mulcometa M1 sidechain integration into the Cardano blockchain. The following parts of the backend have also passed the internal QA testing process: the Arbitrum backend integration and flash loans for liquidation. Oh yeah, flash loans for liquidation. In relation to the design aspects of the MVP, the team is approaching the final validation and applying small adjustments to the portfolio overview. So, just a little tidbit because of what's been happening recently with all of the, fluid tokens talk and all of the talk in the not the Discord, but the Telegram, with people saying, why didn't they launch on Cardano? Why are they using Ethereum? Why is there an ETH token? Yada, yada, yada. This stuff doesn't work on Cardano. The things that they're building aren't even possible on Cardano right now because Cardano is under development. Cardano is not a completed product. It is currently building. It is building the future of blockchain, in my opinion, but it's not there yet. That is why Paribus is building the way that they are building. And this plan is okayed and approved by Cardano's C Fund. So please, knock it off. It's going to be okay. Development update. And P.S. I'm going to make another video, probably a community check-in, going over those points as well. But let's get back. Development update from 4/12/2022. Our development updates this time is a little shorter than usual, which is great news because it means that the team has completed its scope of work for the MVP. Hacken is just now starting to put it through an independent security audit and will advise what changes, if any, are required before we can launch it on the mainnet. Our dev team is now working on parts of the post-MVP iterations, especially the NFT aspects, which we hope to bring to market as soon as possible. All the front-end areas of the MVP have now been completed and passed our internal QA testing regimen. The developers are still working on the language switch on the front end for the post-MVP iteration, as well as the adjusting the liquidation user interface UI updates. On the back end, all areas of the MVP have now been completed and passed our internal QA testing regimen. The devs are still working through further aspects of the NFT valuation service for the back end, such as the data points for age, rarity, research, upshot. The design team is working on some additional adjustments for the portfolio overview, as well as preparing the NFT module screen. So let's move on to the current update. 4/26/2022 should be short and sweet, as most of the stuff is done and they're waiting for a return from Hackin. Once again, our development update is quite short because the team has completed its scope of work for the MVP. The dev team is still working on parts of the post-MVP iteration as we await the findings of the Hackin audit, which will be due shortly. On the front end, the only areas the developers are still working on are the language switch and the liquidity percentage, both of which are for the next iteration of the platform. On the back end, as to be expected, the devs are still working through further aspects of the NFT valuation service. Due to this being the most complex area of the development, it is likely to continue to take some time in the development phase. The design team is also continuing to work on the NFT module screens for later versions. Short, sweet, full of detail and timing, the Hackin audit is underway. They haven't returned their results to Paribus yet. To the people that are in the Telegram, fudding, alluding to this fake information, fake news that there isn't an audit happening and they're lying because there aren't any documents and no one will respond to them at Hackin. Hackin is an extremely busy company. They do audits for the entire space. There are not a ton of auditors out there. And there are definitely not a ton of auditors out there that work on projects that are on Plutus. And there are a lot more for Solidity, but not that many. It is a new thing. It didn't even exist 5 years ago. So I wish you people would just stop. If you're over leveraged, just say that then. Don't make up things about Paribus. Don't start fudding because you are frustrated with your performance in trading. It has nothing to do with Paribus, has nothing to do with the platform, the people that follow the platform, and people that plan on using the platform. That is a you problem. But we'll follow up on this stuff in a community check-in. Thank you for liking the page. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you hit that subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.